was a creepy male PE teacher. Every day, I couldn't help staring at my beautiful dark-haired female colleague. One day, while secretly playing Valorant in the office during work hours, I suddenly noticed something strange. My mouse cursor had moved outside the computer screen. Did I stay up too late last night? Am I hallucinating? Curious, I moved the cursor toward a water cup on my desk and clicked. Crash! The cup instantly fell onto the floor. My heart nearly stopped. The mouse could actually control objects in real life. This was basically telekinesis. Just then, my eyes landed on the beautiful female, Dean, sitting nearby. Trying not to get noticed, I moved the cursor under her desk and aimed at her feet. Click! The sudden tickling sensation made her jump in surprise. She quickly took off her high heels and scratched her foot. Seeing this, I was overjoyed. I clicked several more times. This time, her entire body started trembling slightly. A faint blush appeared on her face. I almost got a nosebleed. This mouse was incredible. I played with it until the embarrassed Dean finally ran to the restroom. Only then did I start testing its other abilities. I moved the cursor onto the 10,000 yuan I had just withdrawn from the bank. Then I right-clicked. A familiar menu appeared in midair, exactly like the one on a computer. Without thinking, I selected copy, then paste. The next second, another stack of cash appeared out of nowhere. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was rich. I could already see myself driving luxury cars and marrying a beautiful rich woman. But then I noticed something. The serial numbers on the copied bills were exactly the same as the originals. I checked another note. Same result. They were all counterfeit. If I used them, I'd eventually get caught. Reluctantly, I pointed the cursor at the copied money and clicked delete. The fake cash vanished. Next, I tested a pen. Copy. Paste. A second identical pen appeared. I tested it on paper. It worked perfectly. Just as I was experimenting, the beautiful Dean suddenly appeared behind me. Because I was busy testing the mouse, I hadn't even closed Valorant. Wang Kai, you're slacking off again. This is the third time this month. Do you even want this job anymore? She reached out as if to drag me from my seat. I slapped her hand away. Then fire me. She froze. The truth was, she couldn't. The principal happened to be my father. Fine, I'll fire you. Go ahead. You think I'm afraid? She laughed coldly. Wang Kai, you've really grown some courage. You're nearly 30 years old. No house, no car, no savings, not even a girlfriend. You earn only 3,000 yuan a month. Where exactly does your confidence come from? Every word stabbed straight into my heart. In the past, I would have obediently accepted the scolding. But now, I had a supernatural mouse. Why should I fear her? As she continued talking, I accidentally pointed the mouse at her. After right-clicking, I noticed a new option. Details. Curious, I clicked it. A transparent information panel immediately appeared. Name Chuyu. Age, 25. Height, 170 centimeters. Weight, 50 kilograms. Appearance score, 95/100. Condition, brand new, unopened. Wait, the mouse could even analyze people? Stop acting tough. Do you even know what you're worth? And let me tell you something. I'm about to get rich. When I'm driving luxury cars and living in a mansion, I might even consider hiring you as my secretary. Chuyu burst out laughing. Wang Kai, are you trying to make me laugh to death? With your abilities, once you leave the school, you're nothing. I immediately took out my phone and started recording. Say that again. What are you doing? Just say it. What, you think I don't dare? She straightened her posture and looked directly into the camera. I, Chuyu, am saying this right now. If Wang Kai ever becomes rich enough to drive luxury cars and live in a mansion, I'll kneel in front of him and sing Conquer for him. Good. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Everyone here is a witness. I put away my phone with a grin. Without giving her a chance to argue, I took off my employee badge and tossed it onto my desk. Chuyu, just wait. In a few days, I'll come back in a luxury car and take you home. The shock on her face was priceless. Then I swaggered out of the office. Once outside the school, I headed straight for the nearest antique market. I had already figured out a way to make money. If the mouse could reveal detailed information about objects, then I could identify hidden treasures and antiques. With that thought, I arrived at Panjiayuan Antique Market. Looking at the endless rows of stalls, all I saw was a mountain of gold waiting to be mined. Pretending to browse casually, I secretly controlled the mouse in my pocket. Only I could see the cursor floating through the real world. As it passed over various items, descriptions appeared. Fake, counterfeit, worthless. Most of the antiques were junk. Then suddenly one line caught my attention. Rare mysterious book. Estimated value 100 million yuan. What? 100 million yuan? The cursor was pointing at an old wooden box on a stall. My heart started racing. I hurried over. Before I could grab it, another man picked up the box and opened it. Inside was a dragon pattern jade seal. Not bad. How much? The stall owner instantly smiled. Excellent taste, sir. Look at these characters. By the mandate of heaven, may prosperity last forever. This is the legendary imperial seal, made from genuine Heshabi jade. If you like it, I'll let it go for only 100,000 yuan. I nearly choked. The imperial seal? If this thing were real, the owner wouldn't be selling it here. He'd be sitting on a throne claiming to be emperor. Using the mouse, I checked its details. Industrial dyed stone. Long-term contact may cause skin diseases. In simple terms, worthless trash. Yet the buyer happily paid and took it away. I stared in disbelief. Someone actually bought it. There goes my chance. But then I remembered something. The treasure wasn't the seal. It was the book inside the box. As the customer prepared to leave, the owner smiled. This old box is also an antique. We're friends now. I'll throw it in for free. The customer waved his hand. Keep it. Just throw it away. The owner shrugged. Then he tossed the old book aside. I quickly stepped forward. Boss, can I take a look at that book? The owner handed it over. I flipped through it page by page. Nothing seemed unusual. It was simply a programming book. Title: Refactoring, Improving the Design of Existing Code. I frowned. A programming book worth 100 million yuan? That made no sense. The owner laughed. Interested? 300 yuan. I bought it immediately. The surrounding vendors watched curiously. Why would anyone pay 300 for a used programming book? He must know something. Maybe it's a rare edition. The moment I heard them talking, I forced myself to stop smiling. The real value definitely wasn't the book itself. It had to be hidden somewhere inside. After leaving the crowd, I carefully examined every page. No notes, no hidden compartments, nothing. Just when I started doubting the mouse, I noticed something. At the top corner of one page, someone had written a strange string of letters and numbers. A code. Before I could study it further, a man wearing glasses suddenly approached. Young man, I'm interested in that book. Would you sell it to me? My eyes narrowed. Now things were getting interesting. I smiled and closed the book. Interested in buying it? The bespectacled man nodded immediately. Yes, name your price. I stared at him carefully. This was a book that nobody cared about just moments ago. Now someone was suddenly willing to buy it. Something was definitely wrong. How much are you offering? The man hesitated for only a second. 1 million yuan. The entire antique market went silent. 1 million yuan for a used programming book. Everyone around us was stunned. Is he crazy? 1 million for a book? There must be something special hidden inside. I remained calm, but inside I was already certain. The real treasure wasn't the book. It was that strange code. The man had exposed himself the moment he offered such an absurd price. I casually pointed to the code. You want this, don't you? His expression changed instantly. Although he recovered quickly, I had already noticed it. Bingo. I was right. The crowd began whispering. If he's willing to spend 1 million for a code, it must be worth much more. Maybe it's some kind of secret treasure map. The man's face grew increasingly ugly. He realized he had revealed too much. You're misunderstanding. I just like collecting programming books. I laughed. Really? Then why don't you buy a brand new copy from the bookstore? He had no answer. After a moment, he forced a smile. How about this? Flip through the rest of the pages. I want to check whether the contents match the current edition. If they do, then it isn't worth collecting. The moment he said that, everything clicked in my mind. He wasn't interested in the pages I had already shown. He wanted to see the pages I hadn't reached yet. That could only mean one thing. There were more codes hidden throughout the book. Pretending not to notice, I continued turning pages. A few dozen pages later, I found another strange string of characters written in the blank margin. Then another, and another. Each appeared completely random. But judging from the man's growing anxiety, they were extremely valuable. The crowd watched curiously. What do those codes mean? No idea. Looks like computer stuff. Sorry, I'm not selling. The man's face darkened. Without another word, I turned and left. But I wasn't the only one who couldn't sleep that night. The bespectacled man immediately made a phone call. At that very moment, inside a luxurious mobile mansion parked on the outskirts of the city, Zhao Gao, a partner at a top AI technology company, was testing a new project.